Page 43, A Whole New World. 4/4 time. We have one flat in the key signature. This is in the key of F major. Make sure you can do the F major scale, at least one octave up and down. Wouldn't hurt you while you're there. Go ahead and do the D minor scale. It also has one flat. I'm going to take both hands together, but again, when you first learn a piece, I still recommend one hand at a time so you can work out the fingering. Make sure the fingering is working for you. The fingering suggestions in the book may or may not work. They happen to work in this particular piece, but they don't always work. So at the beginning, it's 1 and 2 and. Right hand's down here. It's a G and an A in the right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. They say lift up. That's Faber's way of doing it. He's just simply moving up. The second measure going on is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's like an eighth rest in there. I stick in a rest so I can move up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now if you don't, you should connect this. If you don't want to do that, you got to do a thumb here and go here. Because it's not as far to go here than it is to go here. So it's here. Then you cross over here. Now another thing you can do here is on measure 3, start with 4th finger. And that's the way you're in this position. I get them all right there. And then I can just lift up and move here for that. Because these notes are all melody. I want to connect them, I want to feel them. But this other bit, that's not melody, that's an afterthought. It's part of this. It's part of that, like you had at the beginning. So you can lift up for that. Here. You're cutting this a little bit short to get down there. The pedal will help you out. The pedal. So I'll leave it up to you on how you finger it. I just don't like having to go from here to here. You do have to sometimes in more advanced music, so don't necessarily shy away from it, but if you have really little hands, this is inconvenient. Here at measure 5, you can stay there if you want, or you finger it the same way. 2, 4, that's fine too, whichever, which is convenient. In the measure 7, now 1 and 2 and. If this doesn't work, you're going to use 2nd finger. Leave that fingering up to you. Let's go to measure 11. You're here, lift up, and hold that down, and then come up. And I do a 4, I want to connect that. It doesn't work out very well because I need to do this. And with a 4 here, that doesn't work, but I can do a 4 and then put a 5 on it right quick. So it's, so I can play it with 4 and put 5 on it, if you want to try that out. And then measure 13, just lift up. And again 4. How about triplets? Are you getting triplets? 1 and 2 and or here it's 1, 2, 3 and so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and well, good luck with that one, but they need to be even. So on measure 15, 1 and 2 and 3 and bottom of the page, measure 18. 1 and 2 and. They play together. 1 and 2 and 3. You do that. Triplets. Last 2 lines, measure 27, you hear? So leave the thumb on the F and hold that down. That's G, and then here, hand does this part, right hand does this. So the last line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And connect all those. So you work it out. Get the hands working together. No hesitations anywhere. That's fine. The only time you can hesitate right now would be at the page turn. If you have to stop and turn the page, that's okay. We'll work on that a little later. We're just trying to get the fingering worked out in the rhythm. And then as far as articulation goes, you're pretty much just connecting these. You're following. Lift up. It's like taking a breath. Just lift up. You can follow the sentences or the clauses in the words. As to if you see a comma or a period or something, it's usually a time where you can lift up. So it's like measure 6. Lift up. Because it's a new sentence. Otherwise, try and connect them as best you can. And the left hand, just connect it as best you can. Just connect them. Dynamics apply to the melody, except the first line there is introduction. So it's both soft. Whatever you think soft is, that's what it is. And you come up a little bit for the melody. The left hand has to stay down. That's really soft because it's not melody. So that's what we want to hear. On measure 11, you're going to go up a little bit to moderately loud. That. Everything else is under it. You go up to loud. Go up to loud. Go back down to moderately soft, and then back up to moderately loud. So you do the melodies, the dynamics and all that. You're getting loud again, that toward the bottom you get soft, moderately soft. And at the end you go down to soft. You can do that. Get to know well enough you feel these dynamics though. You're not forcing them. You force them at first, but then as you get the piece learned and the mechanical stuff out of the way, then you start feeling the dynamics. Speed, sweetly, it's not a speed, it's a mood, but that's quite common in music. A lot of times where they tell you, it's supposed to tell you the speed, they don't. They tell you the mood of the piece, and from that you decide, well, do you want to be sweet in a hurry or sweet, it's just sweetly. There's recordings of this available. Pedal-wise, it's pretty much legato. We want lots of overtones, lots of them, and an orchestra is supposed to be playing this. So I'll push the notes down first and then the pedal each time, and the pedal lags behind what the hands are doing. It overlaps just a little bit. This ensures there's always sound. So at the beginning, the notes first and then the pedal. Then play the notes and then the pedal. This is where you can get away with using the thumb for both, because the pedal does it here. This is soft, remember? Now to me that's a little blurry. So maybe I would change it partway in there. See? I just lift it up for those two notes. Then put it down. Measure 6. It's the end of a phrase. I'm going to lift the pedal up with the hand so I can hear that phrase. And here they are changing it. That's better. That's good. And they don't pedal measure 8 because you just smear it. You don't need it for that. However, we do need it. Because there's a page turn, and we got to do the page turn. So you got to figure out how to make this page turn without messing up the beat. Well, both hands are busy. At the top of page 44, the left hand just has a whole note. So you can, right after you play the whole note, turn the page. That means you got to memorize the first part of that measure so you can do that, because you got to play it before you turn the page. So it's measure 9, it's here. And right there, you have to push the pedal down immediately then, because you got to hurry up. As you're playing this with the right hand, you got to turn the page. And you need the pedal to hold the note out. Otherwise, you lose the note. I mean, ideally, you'd memorize the piece, you don't have to worry about it. But then you can do that. And then you got to turn the page back. Well, after you play that in the right hand there, or left hand, then you can immediately reach up as you're doing that, turn the page back. So you're ready to go on. To go back. It's tricky. We practice page turns if we have to. As I said, it's better to just memorize a piece or get somebody to turn the page for you. But don't mess up the beat, whatever you do. Now measure 27, there is a retard there, here. And hold it down. But do it with a metronome. I'll just hold that for 2 counts instead of 1. But you hold it as long as it feels right, and then go on at your regular all tempo. It means back to your regular speed. I like to do this very slowly, and if you want, do it with me. I'm not going to do the page turn, so I'm going to do page 43. I'm going to stop and turn the page. I'm going to count in again, another 4 counts, and then we'll do pages 44 and 45. 1, 2, ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 2. Stop, turn the page. 1, 2, ready, go. To the second ending. 1 and 2. And 2. 1 and 2 and 2. 1 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, off.